combination of Hyderabadi and Mughlai is what we have today. Now, every time I make this in my household, we end up eating this for the next couple of days. And the great thing about this recipe is the fact that it tastes even better the following day. That's right, today we're going to make Hyderabadi style chicken dum biryani. Now, I often hear people say chicken biryani or any type of biryani is way too difficult to master. That is not true. A secret to making a good biryani lies in the detail and following a thorough process. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. I will be breaking this video down into simple steps that you can follow and make that delicious dum biryani in your kitchen. Striking the right balance with the spices is key to making a good biryani masala. You can choose to buy this at your closest Indian store, or if you're like me, I like to make my spice mix from scratch. I'll tell you what you're going to need to make this biryani masala. For the dry spices, I've got 2 bay leaves here. I'm going to cut them into pieces so it's easy to blend. 2 cinnamon sticks, approximately 3 inches long. 2 star anise. Nutmeg. You can also use nutmeg powder if you like. Mace. 10 green cardamom, 2 black cardamom, 10 cloves, 2 teaspoons of caraway seeds, 2 teaspoons of peppercorns, pinch of salt, 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds, pinch of turmeric, and also 2 to 3 tablespoons of coriander seeds. There we have it, the biryani masala. Now that we have the dry spice mix, we're going to focus on getting the wet ingredients ready. Both the dry spice mix and the wet paste will be going into the chicken marinade. To make our wet paste, I've taken 5 green cardamoms, 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, half an inch of ginger, a handful of coriander leaves, handful of mint leaves, 3 cloves and half an inch of cinnamon stick, a little bit of salt and 2 teaspoons of oil. Add in a little bit of water and blend. It's time to marinate that chicken. I've got some thigh fillets here, I've cut them into small pieces. We have the dry spice mix here. And we also have the wet paste. We've also got 2 to 3 tablespoons of ghee, 2 tablespoons of yogurt, fried onion, half a cup. You can buy this at any Indian store or a grocery store. If you would like to make this from scratch, all you have to do is slice the onions and deep fry them until they're crispy. We've also got a half a lemon here. We're going to squeeze the juice out of that. 2 chilies chopped. 2 teaspoons of chili powder, you can skip this if you like, and also a pinch of salt. Chicken is nicely coated now. I'm going to marinate this overnight. If you have the time, I'd recommend you do the same. If you don't, you can marinate this for approximately 3 to 4 hours. We've left the chicken in the fridge to marinate overnight. Next up is our sealant. So I've got some wheat flour here, that's 2 cups, and some water. The sealant will go around the pot, and that will be holding the pressure and all that moisture while the biryani is slow cooking. Looks like our sealant is ready. It's holding its shape, and that's pretty much all you want. I wouldn't worry too much about the consistency because we're not looking at cooking this. This will be going around the pot. I've set the sealant aside. Moving on to the next step, our biryani rice. I've got 3 cups of basmati rice here and soaked it for approximately an hour. I've also got some spices here. We're going to add these in when we're boiling our rice, just to enhance the flavor of the rice. I've taken 5 green cardamoms, 2 cinnamon sticks, 6 to 8 cloves, and a pinch of salt, and the bay leaf. When you think of a biryani, you often see beautiful colors, flavors in it. These are all the ingredients that is going to give us the color and flavor. The ingredients that go between the rice and the chicken are onion, fried onion, coriander leaves, mint leaves, ghee, and saffron. Key one being saffron. That beautiful yellowish color comes from saffron. I've taken the saffron strands and soaked it in warm milk for approximately an hour. It's time to get our chicken out. I've got a pot here. I'm going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. Once the oil is hot, I've added in the chicken. Also keep in mind that we will be cooking chicken and rice together in a pot. So I'm not going to cook the chicken all the way through. I'm only going to cook it until it's approximately 90% done. Once the chicken is 30% done, I'm going to get started with the biryani rice so they can cook side by side. To the water, I'm going to add in our spices. So I've got bay leaves, cloves, green cardamom, cinnamon stick, and a pinch of salt. Our chicken is 90% cooked. I'm going to turn off the flame and set this aside. Once the water is boiling, I'm going to add in the rice. We've already soaked the rice, so you want to be very careful when you're cooking the rice to not overcook it. And the reason for that is because we're going to cook the rice and the chicken in one pot, and the bottommost layer is likely to cook faster than the topmost layer. For the very first layer of the biryani, we want the rice to be approximately 60% cooked. For the next layer, we want it to be 80% cooked. For the last layer, we want it to be 90% cooked. Add in the rice. I'm also going to add in a little bit of oil so the rice don't stick to each other. We've reached the most exciting part of this video. We're going to start layering that biryani now. I've got a pot here. The stove is not on yet. The very first layer is going to be sliced onions. This is more of a precaution to make sure nothing sticks to the bottom. Time to add in that rice. Our rice is 60% cooked. To that rice, I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of saffron, 2 to 3 teaspoons of ghee. Now you want to make sure you're not adding too much ghee. We don't want the ghee to take over all the other flavors in your biryani. I'm also adding in fried onion here, mint leaves, and coriander. Our chicken goes in now. Time to add in the next layer of rice. We're going to repeat this process. Okay, that biryani is now ready to be cooked. But before we do that, I'm going to take the sealant and seal the pot. And I really like to use the sealant because it traps the heat and cooks that chicken and rice evenly. And it's such a good indicator too for when the biryani is completely done. So you're likely to see that the sealant would get dry. And that's when you know the biryani is done, and that's when you can open the pot. We're going to cook this for approximately 15 minutes or so. And of course the sealant will tell us when it's ready. The biryani is now ready to be cooked. I've put the pot on the lowest flame here. Now, for those of you who don't want to use a sealant, just make sure you're using a pot that will trap the heat well. Right, 15 minutes is up. You can see that the sealant is dry. We're going to peel that. Look at that. I cannot wait to dig in. This is so flavorful. The rice is perfect. Chicken cooked to perfection. It's a party in my mouth right now. Thank you all for watching this video. This is your host Apurva. I hope you enjoyed the video. Share, like, and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.